Hello, it's Monday today, and it's what I would call a global PMI day. There's a flurry of manufacturing data coming out of Europe and across the globe. But today, we're singling out France, as recent data points to further misery and problems for the country, as other nations in the eurozone gain momentum, but it doesn't. Joining me on the line from Paris is Remy Gaussens, a Director of Technical Analysis at Trading Central in Paris. Remy, let's start with today's PMI figures. They weren't great, were they? From a technical side, were you fairly surprised?
To be really honest, regarding this current of data, we see a very limited impact on the current trend. Obviously, the trend is bullish on equity indices in Europe and in the US. We see a pretty good reaction on it. We see that for example, the CAC 40 is still on the upside. We are looking for new highs, yearly highs, and we see that there is a good picture on all the European indices.
Okay, housing investment is down, despite Hollande's pledge to cut a lot of red tape, and France's recovery isn't looking convincing. Is this true for you?
For us, we mainly look at what is the market reaction, and the market reaction is not so bad. If you look at the trend on the equity indices, we don't really see such a bad situation. If you look at equity indices, they are still moving higher and higher, despite bad data, and so we see that the situation is good from I would say from a technical and from for investors. If you look at the trend is pretty good and pretty on the upside.
The economy is set to grow by 1% this year, but isn't there a danger this issue over housing could really slow that progress down? Are you expecting any risks in the short term?
For the moment, if we look at the current psychology in the market, we don't see any risk of downturn. So for us, maybe there could be a risk on data, but for the psychology on the market, the current trend remains strongly on the upside without any reversal sign, and with the market recording higher high, and we don't see I would say a bad mood in the market. There is everything is green, and nothing is astonishing the outlook for the moment. If we look at sectors, because we have a top-down approach, we see that most of the sectors are on the upside, maybe except for banks that are a bit shaky for the moment. But if you look at the other sectors, they are very good, well-oriented, and we don't see any warning of a potential downturn.
So from your perspective, you're saying you've not noticed anything untoward and that traders and investors are still confident when trading the markets with France?
Indeed. If you are looking at what people are doing and not what they are saying, if you look at what is a trend on the market, if people are buying, it is the most important signal that they could send us. If they are buying, they are pretty optimistic. They want to add more stocks, and for the moment, we see nothing that could be a subject of concern. For the moment, everything is green, with the sectors on the upside, and for us, no, there is no bad sign.
And that's backed up by today's PMI data?
Yes, indeed.
Well, the jury's out on that one for the time being, I think. But thank you for joining me today. That's all for now. Join me tomorrow, where our focus will be on Turkey, the economy, and of course the upcoming presidential elections. Bye-bye.